Welcome back inside the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, talking USD men's basketball now. Head coach Todd Lee joining me. And Todd, a couple of games on the schedule for you last week. It started Thursday night up at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls with a matchup against an Omaha team that has played very well in the conference season. And you lost a tough one down in Omaha just a couple of weeks prior. You get the Mavericks in Sioux Falls this time around. This was a tale of two very different halves. I mean, you kind of struggled with some things, down 7 at the half. And then they open it up to as many as 18 in the first few minutes of the second half. And then just like that, the tide turns, and you guys go on a 29-10 run, take the lead. Was that right there about as well as you can play collectively?
Yeah, we defended really well, which is hard to do against them because they're one of the best offensive teams in the country. Obviously in the Summit League, they shoot the three really well. But we defended extremely well in the second half and got stops, and we were able to get out and run. And then we made threes. You know, we shot the ball extremely well. And we haven't done that much this year where we've had a stretch where we just shoot it really well. And so we knocked down some shots. And that was, you know, defending, getting out in transition, knocking down shots. Against the team, we knew that we could, you know, they give up 49% from the field. So they are a very good offensive team, but they will allow you to score. So it was a game of runs. We had a big one there, and we played really well in the second half.
Pretty interesting finish here, and you get into that foul free throw situation where you're kind of going back and forth. And 15 seconds left, though, you're up 3, and Mitch Hahn does it to you again. This guy's he's kind of one of those. He's one of those guys that has the ice water in his veins, especially in terms of Summit League guys. If you want one shot, he's probably one of the ones you can count on making it. He's done it to you twice now. So can you talk about how that last one unfolded at the end of regulation?
Yeah, we called timeout 15 seconds ago, up 3. We wanted to set the defense. That was our last timeout. We had not turned the ball over or really made any mistakes on the offensive end. The only mistake that we made was a missed free throw by Tristan, but he made every other free throw down the stretch. Last 15 seconds, called the timeout, and we talked to our guys, knew what they were going to run. They ran exactly what we thought they were going to run. We knew their ball was going to go to Hahn. It was a switch between Tristan and Trey Birch-Manning. Now, and when you watch the film, Tristan, for some reason, went back to the top of the key, which I'm not sure why, but Hahn popped to about 25, 30 feet, and he caught it, and he took one dribble, and Tristan was right there with him, and it was 3 feet beyond the NBA line, and his body was turning, and he made the shot.
That tied the game at 87. They go on to win at 107-102 in overtime. These are gutting type things, and especially when you have one in your grasp and you feel like you've got the game won and then it gets away from you. What was that locker room like as a result?
I tell you, Jay, our guys are devastated. You know, we've played now or lost 10, what you would say, one possession games where the game is down to the last minute. We have the ball, they have the ball, it's tied, or we're up 1, they're up 1. We've lost so many games like that, but this was a you know, a game where we came all the way back. We controlled, you know, the game. We're up 6 with the ball with, you know, 2.5, 3 minutes to go. We don't really do anything, you know, wrong, as I said, offensively. They just made shots, got a couple calls, and our guys, it took a while to gather our staff, and it's such a big game for us, you know, to lose that way, you know, you walk in the locker room, the guys are just devastated.
Well, to add to that, it doesn't get any easier because you got to try and get over it in a hurry because you got Oral Roberts coming in here Sunday, which they did, and you look though over the first 10 minutes or so of this game, and I thought you played very well. Did you like what you saw out of your guys that first part of the game?
You know, the tough part about it is we from a scheduling standpoint, we had to give them Friday off because of NCAA rules. So we gave them Friday off. We came back Saturday and we did watch film of the Omaha game and what happened. And you want to get over that. You want the guys to move on, but you also got to cover some of the mistakes or things that didn't go the way that you wanted them to. You just have to. So. But I thought our guys did come out and they played pretty well to start the game, and I think we got up 5 or 6 in the first half, and then, you know, they got on a run. But I thought we responded okay. We've had trouble, as you know, playing against big physical teams all year. That's been with Tyler Hagedorn not playing this year because of injury, and then we're redshirting another, even though he's a freshman, pretty physical player. You know, we're asking Trey Birchman and Stan Amuda to guard 5 men, and that's tough. You know, Dan Jack's been hurt. He's just coming back again. So I thought we responded fine. I think we wore down physically, and we spend a lot of time dealing with how to guard the post and what we're going to do the post and how we get the ball out of there, because we can't really guard it one-on-one. It's hard for us. And that leaves, you know, their guards to you know, if you pay that much attention to the post, you're going to leave, you know, you got to pick your poison a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin O'Banner, their talented young post, you know, really played well. He did it to you down in Tulsa, does it again, has a big game, had a double-double by halftime, and that's, I think, one of those guys you're mentioning that you struggled with, and I think a lot of teams are going to struggle with him going forward. He's a fantastic young player here in the Summit League, and you know, you go down and it's a competitive game at halftime, and then you just kind of took control in that second half, and just felt like you guys you couldn't find that same magic that you did against Omaha.
Yeah, I felt like, you know, we got down. I thought we'd come back. You know, even when we were down 10-12, I thought, okay, we'll make a run. And we've done that a lot this year if we've gotten down. But we just couldn't. And, you know, physicality-wise, we just struggled scoring in the paint. They're big and athletic, and we shot the three really well in the first half. We didn't shoot as many in the second half. But we just struggled scoring the ball around the basket. And then we struggled guarding them. They got away from us, their guards got away from us. And again, we put a lot of emphasis guarding O'Banner and what we're going to do to him and how we're going to get the ball out of the post and boxing him out. And, you know, I thought we did a decent job on him, but, you know, you look at the stats and you'd say no. He didn't get one post play where he caught it and made a post play and scored. He got some baskets off our post entries where he scored. And then he hit a couple threes and he made all his free throws. So he's as good a post player as there is in the league, other than Dom, and he'll be a first-team All-League guy as a freshman.
Yeah, I think so too. With the final score in this one, 86-72. With that, you're now 3-8 in the Summit League. You've got 5 games left in the regular season, with the first of those coming Saturday against Western Illinois in Macomb. Now, a win over the Leathernecks, obviously a big deal in terms of what it means in the standings, Todd, but is it even more important just to get back into that win column for your team right now?
We need a win. You know, if we've got that road game in Macomb, and then we've got 3 out of 4 at home, we've got to figure out a way to get a win. We controlled the game against them the whole game, and then we went on a 7-minute stretch here against Western where we didn't score. I think we were up 11 or 12 in the second half, and then just went on a drought and didn't score the ball for 7 minutes. And they ended up hitting some big shots down the stretch. So, again, motivation. Our guys know we can play with them, obviously. There should be some motivation. In fact, they came in here and they got one away from us. That was a very close game.
All right, Todd. Well, good luck to you this week. Safe travels, and we'll catch up again next week.
Thanks, Jay.